Did you ever play the video game, Silent Hill? Or did the movie that came out in 2006 scare you, the sound of the sirens? Well, in today's Grimm adventure, Jessica and I, we're visiting the filming locations to the 2006 movie, Silent Hill. In fact, this street, this bridge, is the entrance to Silent Hill itself.
Wherever I come, bad luck is coming my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always coming my way.
All right, baby goal. Chances are, if people are watching this video, they've either played the video game or they've watched the movies. But just in case they haven't, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what Silent Hill is about?
So the movie is centered around this girl who was adopted, and she keeps having nightmares and things like that, screaming out things, especially stuff like Silent Hill. The mom learns it's a real place, and she wants to take her daughter there to find out what has traumatized this girl so badly. And this is technically the entrance to Silent Hill, the town. And that's where the horrors begin.
Honey, sometimes when you go to sleep, you go on a little walk, and sometimes you talk about a place.
I don't remember.
That's why we're gonna go there, so you can remember.
Sharon's gone. I need your help. I'm not okay. Please, hurry.
The fire started 30 years ago.
Sharon!
I don't know what's happening. Do you know what's going on here?
This place is completely cut off.
Only the dark one opens and closes the door to Silent Hill.
Where is she? I'm trying to find my wife.
She looks exactly like Sharon.
Why? Rose, come on! Rose, hurry! It's coming!
What's happening?
Oh!
To find your daughter, you must face the darkness of hell.
It's okay, baby. Mommy's coming.
In the movie Silent Hill, when we get to this bridge, Rose and Sharon are already in their car driving through the night to get to Silent Hill. And it's pouring down rain, and Sean Bean, the dad, comes driving right down this road, and he stops at the bridge because there's this like blockade and there's police there. He gets out of the car, rain's coming down, and this is where he discovers, well, he's told about his wife's Jeep. Now this shot's not exact, but at this point, it should become clear, if it hasn't already, that this is the right bridge into Silent Hill. This is the shot that we get as he gets out of the car and he walks across and he starts talking to the police officer.
Sorry, sir, this road is closed. You'll have to turn around.
I'm looking for my wife. She may have come through here. She drives a Jeep Liberty.
Right now, we'd be walking through the barricade, right past the fence. There'd be a cop car off to the right-hand side, and pretty much right where Jessica's walking is how they get across the bridge. Again, it was pouring down rain. It's kind of pretty surreal being here in the sunlight. All right, car's coming. We're gonna get over here. We're gonna make it all the way across the bridge, but I just want you to see how busy this place is. So if you do come out here, you should probably come out early in the morning or something like that.
It is beautiful though.
Now, I don't remember, in the movie, do they show the Jeep on the other side, or is this just like a scene to keep moving forward?
I think it's just a scene, because in the movie where they do show her Jeep, it's what we keep calling the upside down of Silent Hill, where the ash is falling from the sky. She's over by what looks like a mountainside.
Right?
Yeah.
And we were talking about this earlier. You don't see this bridge in the Silent Hill, like the ash skies part of Silent Hill. You only see it in real life.
It's like this is the barrier crossing.
Yeah.
Maybe?
So this is where Rose crashes the car, and she wakes up on the other side over here. She wakes up, and Sharon is already gone.
Sharon? Sharon! Somebody!
Again, they never really show where the Jeep is over on this other side, the abandoned vehicle, but once Rose wakes up, she, on foot, heads into the town of Silent Hill with ash falling all around her to try to find Sharon. And this is the story of Silent Hill.
We've had an accident! Anybody!
Our next location is located in Hamilton, Ontario. Right now we're walking up to this giant hole in the ground known as the Devil's Punch Bowl. The opening shots of Silent Hill were filmed here. Well, let me elaborate. Middle of the night, Rose goes searching in the woods for Sharon, and she runs down this embankment and she comes to this giant waterfall, which is right here. I don't know if you guys can really see it with the sun, but right about the center of your screen, it looks like it's like this giant cutout, and there's a small waterfall there. Rose comes running out to the top of the waterfall, almost like she's gonna fall over. And Sharon is standing almost directly across from where we are right now. Let me go ahead and see if I can zoom in here as much as I possibly can. The Devil's Punch Bowl. I think if we really wanted to, I can see people down there. We can make it down to the bottom. You want to go down to the bottom?
No.
No? This is pretty surreal being up here.
It looks a lot different than I expected. I think because the film was almost 20 years ago, there's been some erosion. And like you were saying earlier, depending on the time of the year, there's a little water or there's a lot of water.
It looks like there's quite a few different spots where you can get some scenic views in, if you will. And what's really interesting about this one that we're walking to right now, you can see it just through the trees. There's this giant metal cross here. And in the movie, you can see it in the background of this scene, and it looks like it's on fire. And I think it's just like the distance and the haze of it. But in all actuality, this lights up at night. And it is freaking massive. The cross is so massive, you can actually even see it walking up to the overlook. Man, I wish we were here at night so we can see it all lit up. I figured this platform was really high up here, but I didn't expect this. I walked up and I was just kind of like taken aback by it. But you were saying what, Tyler? It's almost like you can see America from here, right?
America?
America's over that way?
It's beautiful.
Right? You can hear the water underneath. I can't believe that we're doing a Silent Hill video and it brings us to a place like this. I mean, come on, Silent Hill, the Devil's Punch Bowl.
Silent Hill!
Quiet, you.
Right now, it's just me walking over to the bridge. When we park, there's a couple different signs that say that this is a high-tick density area. So Jessica and Tyler decided to stay back, and I'm just kind of walking around. Walking along the main street here, getting closer to the cliff. It says danger, cliff beyond this point, no public access. A sign that says there is always hope with a phone number. Oh man. Well, I wasn't expecting to see anything like this. There's a couple different crosses and heart plaques along the guardrail. Definitely a very sad place. But right over here, I can't climb down there, but it looks like it's the tunnel from Silent Hill, the one that Rose was running through in search of Sharon. If they didn't film that here, they built something very close to it. It's almost spot on. If I turn the camera this way, you can see the water goes down. And right about the center of your screen, you can see that concrete wall over there. That's the cliff, and it drops straight down. Go over this way. Oh, for the love of Pete, yeah. If I turn the camera up here, you can see the cross. That's where we were. I know this video is about the Silent Hill filming locations and we're having fun, but I'm gonna take this opportunity, if you yourself or somebody is ever feeling like they need to talk to somebody, or you're feeling like harming yourself in any way, shape, or form, always reach out to somebody. There's always gonna be somebody there. You may not know them, but there's always gonna be somebody there that you can talk to. We now find ourselves at the Scottish Rite Masonic Center in Hamilton, Ontario. And probably what is one of the most chilling, if not the most chilling scene from Silent Hill. I mean, there's a lot of iconic scenes, right? But none of them as iconic or as terrifying as the church scene. Oh man, I can't believe we're here at the church from Silent Hill. Would you just look at that? I can't believe we're standing in front of the church from Silent Hill. Can you just hear the sirens? Now, of course, the steps leading up to this church, they were really long and very tall, and they were all fake. But this is it, right off of a main road. I'm just feeling the flesh getting ripped from my body. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is cool.
Come! We gotta go.
I just can't get over the fact that we are standing here. I mean, come on. Had no idea that it's a real church. The windows, the door, everything matches up. Talk about nightmare fuel. We get a shot from right about here of Pyramid Head walking up the steps carrying the woman. Right? It's a pretty grotesque scene. It's from about this shot right here where we see the carnage happen.
Action!
Then we tried to find the exterior of the church, and we looked at a lot of different churches just for our look of the church, because we didn't really want it to look too Christian. We wanted it to have a very distinctive look. Consequently, we ended up settling on not a real church, but the actual facade of a Masonic temple. And the stairs leading up to the church, we had tried to find locations for it, but we just couldn't find what we wanted. So we built in the studio a set of stairs that we then composited the church at the top of the stairs, and then we put the church, the face of the church, on the outside of our interior set.
I feel like it's taken us a long time to get here, but we are finally in downtown Silent Hill. When in all actuality, this town in real life is actually called Brantford, Ontario. And before we came here, everybody told us that, oh, it looks nothing like it did whenever they made the movie. It's completely changed. Some of that's true, but just standing here, I'm already seeing some landmarks that match up. Everything that I read online says that they did this complete renovation on both sides of the street here in Brantford. But this side over here looks mainly untouched, but as you can tell, over here there's a new building. We're gonna do our best at lining up a bunch of stuff. This is going to surprise you. It surprised us. The first big thing that I noticed that really hasn't changed are the lampposts. They still look the same. I mean, they got that glass dome on top, and then they have that bar going horizontally through the top end of it. It's all still here, it lines the street. They did do some demolition work here. For instance, there was a big building over here, this empty lot, had a giant sign that can be seen in the movie that said Nathan Drugs. That lamppost right there is still the same. And if you look right over here in the sidewalk, you can see these two squares, they're like two grates. Those can be seen in the movie as well. Trust me, we are just getting started. I can't wrap my head around that I'm walking through Silent Hill right now. All the good stuff is right down there. We get a shot of Rose walking right down the middle of the street in Silent Hill from right about here. You can see the Temptation Kitchen in the shot, and this building right here that says number 76. The windows all match up. How crazy cool is this? A little further down, we get the newer section of the street, but right whenever it intersects with Queen Street is where we get probably one of the most famous intersections here in Silent Hill. And I'm gonna see if I can get out there. From right about here, Rose, she does this thing where she's spinning and she's calling out for Sharon. And then right here, you see this building on the left-hand side. It still looks exactly as it did in the movie. It's at this point of the movie where we leave the industrial area of Silent Hill and Rose starts running through the residential area looking for Sharon. It gets rather interesting. At this point, we're gonna leave Main Street here and just kind of drive around and see if we notice anything. A lot has changed, different alleyways, the steps, I'm not sure if those are real or not, but if we can find them, if they are here, we are. Silent Hill, I can't say it enough. I'm just glad that there's like no ash falling from the sky.
Oh no, it's getting dark and I think I might be stuck in Silent Hill. You know, they say this place is haunted.
That they do. Now, we've seen some pretty amazing stuff here in Silent Hill, but there's one more location that we need to visit for this place, and that is the Grand Hotel, and that is here in downtown Hamilton, Ontario. They've done a lot of renovation, but it's still here. You're saying what, baby girl? It's a diner now?
Yes.
The shot we get of the Grand Hotel from Silent Hill is from right about here. It's an establishing shot. And this building looks identical to the way it did when they made the movie, including the white markings on the corner. It's amazing that it's still standing and it looks the way that it does now. It's beautiful. The Grand Hotel now, today, is the Electric Diner. Well, at least the first floor. But you can see the characters walking down the road, this road right here on the right-hand side. And they enter through a pair of double doors. So we're gonna kind of walk down here and see if we can see some double doors. Maybe we can get inside and it'll kind of line up. I doubt it though. Let's see if I walk out this way and point the camera up. This is it. You seeing double doors over there? I like that it says arcade. Oh, here we go. All right, this is cool. Now what's crazy about it, we can't get in, can we? Now this is cool though, because we're gonna show you some pictures here. So there's a lot of renovation that happened in this building. At one point it was very derelict. But if I zoom in here, you can actually see the hallway there. There's our reflection. That's kind of creepy looking. But if I get in there all the way, look how beautiful that is. There's a lot of lights going on and a lot of reflection. But that's it. And here's a photo of how it used to look. Okay, here comes security. That's beautiful. All right, baby ghoul. We have successfully paid a visit to the town of Silent Hill. What do you think of it? Did you have fun? Was it everything that you thought it would be? What was it like climbing the steps to the church in Silent Hill? Walking the streets of Silent Hill? I'm excited.
Too many questions.
Too many questions.
Here's a shard.
Did you have a blast?
I did.
Did you ever think that you would ever walk the streets of this movie?
No, I never thought I'd be in Canada, but here we are.
Well, we did it. We survived. And with that being said, thank you for joining us on another grim adventure, this time visiting the world of Silent Hill. Until next time,
Hurrah.
Happy Halloween.
Wherever I come, bad luck is coming my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always coming my way.